I never knew what an entrepreneur was. In fact, I never even heard of the profession of being an entrepreneur until 5 years ago. I didn't think that was something that was possible. I didn't think that it was something that even existed. And yet, in those same 5 years, since my being aware of such a possibility as a career option, I've seen many people call themselves entrepreneurs. Anyone and anyone that can do anything is calling themselves an entrepreneur. You find a person who knows maybe perhaps they can go and get a small little product from somewhere and then they sell it to another person for a markup. They call themselves an entrepreneur. What happened to salesmen? You know, a doctor who starts a practice, private practice, they call themselves an entrepreneur simply because they were able to set up an office. You hear people who are trading on stocks and forex simply because they're able to generate a lot of money and they're able to do it on a fancy trading platform. They call themselves an entrepreneur. But is that even true? Is that what an entrepreneur really is? No, of course not. Of course it's not. And chances are you also have the definition wrong. I bet that in your head right now, you're thinking an entrepreneur is a person who looks at the opportunity in the environment and looks to create a business to capitalize on that opportunity so that they can be able to get money out of that opportunity. Isn't that what you had in mind? It's partly true, but it's not entirely correct. You see, what you described is a general businessman. A businessman wants to start a business so that he can make money. Now, whether his business is going to grow money from trading goods and services, or he's going to be doing it by buying other businesses or investing in other businesses, etc. That's what he does. An entrepreneur, on the other hand, business is a means to an end. It's not an end in itself. An entrepreneur looks at the bigger vision. An entrepreneur looks at how can they be able to change the very state of reality in which they live in. Let me give you an example of something that is someone who is undisputedly an entrepreneur. Think of Elon Musk. Think of Jeff Bezos. Think of the Virgin Atlantic guy, Richard Branson. But in this particular case, I want to use Elon Musk. You see, Elon Musk has no business starting a Tesla company, starting Solar City, starting the Boring Company to make money. He's smart enough. He can get any job he wanted. He can create software and sell it and make more than enough money to live on comfortably. But his vision to change the very state of reality, that is what makes him an entrepreneur. He creates a company called Tesla to be able to reduce the carbon footprint of the current way in which people travel. That's number one. Number two, he creates Solar City to be able to change the way in which people generate energy so that he reduces the amount of carbon footprint that people have been making because of using coal and unsustainable fossil fuels. Thirdly, he creates other technologies that are also based on the solar technologies to be able to make sure, even his last movement where he says that you can buy Tesla with Bitcoin, and then at the end of the day saying that we've stopped our trading with Bitcoin because its production is unsustainable. He didn't do it because he wanted money. He wanted to do it because he was making a statement to say, if you're not going to bend to the changing trends of going green, then I'll not be supporting you, and I have a tremendous amount of support. The businessman is looking at the money. The entrepreneur is looking at the state of reality and saying, how can I change it? And how can I use business as a tool to influence reality around me? The same goes for Jeff Bezos. The same goes for Richard Branson, etc. But many people who think it's fashionable to become entrepreneurs simply because they sold a product, simply because they traded stocks, think that they're now entrepreneurs, and is diluting the brand. We need to redefine exactly what things are rather than go on this hullabaloo, anything can be anything. So that was just an interesting thought that I had for today, and I hope it did spark a little bit of interest in knowing more about entrepreneurship. Enjoy your day.